Now we continue with chapter 5 in the book Philothea, An Introduction to the Devout Life by St. Francis de Sales. The title for chapter 5 is The First Step, Purifying the Soul. The flowers have appeared in our land, says the divine spouse, and the time for pruning is come. What, my daughter, are the flowers of our heart, but good desires? So he's saying here that the good desires in our soul are the flowers. How beautiful. The flowers that will then eventually bear good fruit and virtue. So it all starts with good desires, goodwill. Therefore, so soon as they appear, we need the sickle which shall prune away from our conscience all dead works and superfluities. Before the captive maiden might be espoused to the Israelite, she was obliged to shave her head and pare her nails and put the raiment of her captivity from off her. And so the soul which aspires to be the bride of Christ must put off the old man, and forsaking sin be clothed with a new man, paring and shaving away all hindrances which come between it and the love of God. Such a purging of our corruption is the foundation of future health. St. Paul was purged with a perfect purification in a moment, as were St. Mary Magdalene, St. Catherine of Genoa, St. Pelagia, and some others. But such purifications are miracles of grace, even as the resurrection of the dead was a miracle in nature, and we dare not aspire to such. Ordinary purification and healing, whether of body or soul, are accomplished by little and little, progressing slowly and often hardly at all. So the process takes patience. We die little by little to ourselves, to our ego dies little by little. The angels who ascended and descended on Jacob's ladder had wings, yet they flew not, but trod the successive steps of the ladder. We may compare a soul rising from sin to holiness to the dawn, which, as it rises, does not at once dispel darkness, but advances gradually. It is an old saying that a slow cure is a certain cure. Spiritual diseases like those of the body come mounted and at full speed. They return on foot and creeping. We must be patient and courageous. It is sad to see those who, finding their attempts after the devout life hindered by various infirmities, begin to grow uneasy, to fret, and be disheartened, almost ready to yield to the temptation of forsaking their aim and falling back. But on the other hand, their danger is great, who at the very outset persuade themselves that their imperfections are purified, at once esteem themselves perfected, and seek to fly without wings. Truly, my daughter, having too soon cast aside the physician's care, they are in great danger of a relapse. Arise not until the light cometh, said the prophet. Rise not till ye have rested. And he himself practices this lesson, and having been already washed and cleansed, prays that he may be washed more thoroughly. So we can never say that the job is done. It's ongoing until our last breath. The purification and the journey of healing and of sanctification is constant. It's never done. And the moment we think we've reached our goal, or we've reached perfection, that's usually when we're back to square one. The discipline of purification can and must cease only with our life. Therefore, be not discouraged by infirmities. Our perfection consists in struggling against them, which we cannot do unless we perceive them. Neither can we conquer unless we come into collision with them. Victory does not lie in ignoring our infirmities, but in resisting them. Therefore, being grieved by them is not consenting to them. Our humility is at times tested by the wounds which we receive in the spiritual combat. But we are never conquered unless we lose our courage or our life. And our spiritual life can be extinguished only by mortal sins, not by imperfections and venial sins. Therefore, we have the more need to watch that these do not destroy our courage. Deliver me, O Lord, said David, from cowardice and faint-heartedness. It is a favorable feature of this war that so long as we will fight, we must be victorious. That's the end of chapter 5. That's really encouraging. We can't lose heart from the follies of our day-to-day life, of venial sins and imperfections that we have. It's a good reminder that we need Jesus. And what we really need to strive for is to never commit a mortal sin, and to never give up fighting the good fight, to never get tired, that our goodwill is always there, that we're always willing to follow Jesus, to keep getting up, to keep reaching to him for his mercy and his forgiveness, trusting that his mercy is endless. And our sins are just this drop in the ocean of his divine mercy. And so as long as we persevere and never give up, then nothing can stand in our way to finding union with Jesus and a deep, deep friendship with him, which is the goal. The goal is union with him. So we will continue with chapter 6. God bless you.